The only time I have a fight with my husband is usually on parenting the kids because we do things from two different divides. I'm a bit more liberal, and it's because not because I'm liberal, but it's more that I go for all these conferences. You learn that you don't have to hit children. You can actually have a conversation with them. And I see I have 4 kids, and they're different. The one you can spank, I know. The one that you need to speak to, I know. But my husband doesn't understand that. He just wants everybody's getting spanked, and there's always that thing, and there's always that clash and friction on how to raise these kids the right way, especially in this season, because it's a fast-paced world. Mm-hmm. And if you keep using the techniques our parents use, it might not work, but he doesn't get that. He's like, I was raised right, you were raised right, so that's the format we're going to use for the kids. Mm-hmm. And it's always a problem.
Look, I think that's in so many African families. It's not specific to your husband. And I'm not taking his side, but I'm just telling you, it's a context of culture for us. The reality is, we're in the 21st century. Our children are different from us. They're growing up with so much influence. It's a real struggle for them to stand. Not just by their own choices, but just the environment that they're in. So they need a lot more engagement and support from us. We have to learn how to communicate with them. We must find how to endear ourselves to them such that we're their first line of communication. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they would share their fears with their friends and they would get the wrong counsel. Mm. So we need to engage. So you're right in talking about communicating. There's also a moment to chastise a child. Mm-hmm. So your husband is right in many ways, but we must decide what is appropriate at what time, and each child is different. I have 3 sons.
Your View happens to be my favorite TV talk show. They talk about family, relationships, parenting, and many more. So I found it very interesting and I learned a lot from it. So when I come across this video talking about how we parent of this generation train and how we discipline our children, and I learned 1 or 2 from it. And I think we parents of nowadays, like our generation parents now, I think we are learning to, according to what the society are bringing to us, that we should cohabit, and we should have the habit of gentle parenting or cohabit gentle parenting. And in the sense that how our parents taught us, how we were trained, how we were brought up, like you do one thing, they scroll you, they beat you, they eat you, they give you punishment. You see your friends when they come to school, you see marks on their body, and when you ask them, it's my mom that beats me, it's my dad that, stuff like that. So I think this generation, we are trying to change in that perspective by trying to talk to our children in gentle aspects. They call it gentle parenting. And I'm a mother, and I would say I'm still growing to become that aspect, because I won't lie, we are African parents and we know how we do things. I'm not gentle, I'm just trying to, but I'm this kind of person that when I discipline or shout at my kids or beat them, they understand. Like, I'm grateful to God in the sense that when I beat my children, they understand. Like, I have grown up kids, and when they express themselves to me, I understand that they understand how I'm disciplining them. Like, the reason why that discipline is coming from, where it's coming from, why I eat them, they understand. Though I know it's not a good thing, I'm trying to, and I think based on what I'm doing now, talking to parents, talking to teenagers, I think I'm trying to improve. And that is why I'm putting it out there. There are ways we can talk to our children. There are ways that we can, sometimes it is necessary you eat them, you discipline them by beating them. Sometimes it is very, very necessary. But I think it all depends on age and the relationship and the type of child you are dealing with. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and sometimes even if you talk, she won't, until maybe you just smack her and when you just eat her or just beat her, I mean just little eating, and she will just adjust, then you feel like, oh, this thing you just did has reshaped her head. Then you embrace her. And that is what I said, I'm grateful to God. They understand. And most time when we sit and talk, they talk from their mind that, I know my mommy used to beat me, that I did not used to hear what, like, they understand that I'm not doing it out of bitterness. I'm not doing it out of being a street mom. I'm doing it out of correction, and I'm grateful to God for that. And this video is what they were saying, you have to know the kind of children you have, and you will have to know how you are going to relate to each and every one of them. The way you relate to child A will be different from child. So the way you discipline child A, B, or it will be different irrespective of the numbers of the children you have. So it is quite understandable if you have toddlers and you still eat them. But I think from there are some certain age, of course, you can't beat a 18 years old child or a 20 years old. So those, when they get to that stage, I'm very sure that you won't be doing, no child, no parent will be found doing that. I know that stage is for you to talk one on one. This thing you are doing, I don't like it. This thing, but I think down from 10 years downward, if they still need you to eat them, beat them, I think it is not bad. And you eating them, it's not in a way that all their bodies, like, when you won't want to do something whereby they go to school, their teacher do that same thing to them, and you'll be able to talk because that is the same thing their mother is doing to them or their father is doing to them. I understand that perspective. And the habit of we being a gentle parent, I think, is very, very necessary. But it all depends on the kind of kids we have, the kind of the way we relate with our children. When I beat my children and I talk to them, immediately I talk in a calm voice and say, this thing you are doing, I don't like it. And I see changes, I see the way they react to those things. And I've never in my life beat my kids and they wear that face of like my mommy punished me, that no, it has never happened. And that is why I'm saying how you relate with your children, how you discipline them, it determines it has a lot of it has a lot of impact, and how they react when you beat them. There are some aspects children will know that yes, my mom is beating me based on what I did wrong. So I think it is very, very understandable.